What's going on, guys? It's the day after Thanksgiving. I'm here doing my local mowing, is what I call it. I get my neighbor's yard mowed and my yard mowed. The Bermuda's pretty much dormant, so we've got that. We've got a few little weed issues. I just mowed it, and ideally, if we were gonna spray something, we would want to let it grow for a little while before we mow it. But I'm here and I got some equipment here, so we'll go ahead and spray it. But I'll show you a couple little things we got going on and what our game plan is, so stay tuned. This is the neighbor's lawn here. It's pretty much all the way dormant. We're seeing a few minor little weeds, things like henbit and chickweed and stuff popping up here and there. And this out here along the road where they put this water line in is ryegrass that the company that dug the hole put in there, which is weird because I've had all summer to grow the Bermuda back in, and did, but ryegrass has germinated that they put out here in the spring. So I guess that's where it came from. It's the only explanation I got. So a little sparse ryegrass seed will hang out and germinate apparently. Some other stuff. This is mine. It's more or less checked out, but you can see still got a little Bermuda hanging on. The tiger striping has pretty much died out, but you can still see a little faint green in there. You can see it's fading out now, but you can see the tiger stripe pretty good in this little section here. This is my zoysia section in the Steve Wood Memorial Garden. Still got a fair bit of green in this. Oh, this is kind of interesting for whatever it's worth. I cleared out the sweet potato vines from back here. And it grew a massive faux sweet potato. Thing's about the size of a football. And then all this Bermuda back here is more or less dormant in the backyard. Still got a little bit of green going on. It won't be long for all that's faded out and checked out. Here's a pretty decent patch of chickweed back. What's on the side here almost looks like maybe the last weed control application I made back here. I might have even missed triangle there because that's pretty much where it is. In the backyard of the neighbor's house here is a little greener than most of the other Bermuda around, south facing on a little bit of slope here, so it gets that sunshine. There's a henbit, pretty good little start of some weeds in this. Henbit, chickweed, things like that. Of these little guys here and there. Let's pull annual. All right, it's a little breezy today, so probably not the most recommended day to be doing weed spraying. But again, I've got a little time and I'm here, so we're gonna make it happen. Just dropped my sunglasses. Anyhow, so I usually forego a fall pre-emergent on Bermuda for several reasons, and I've got one more reason to add to the pot this year, and I'll go ahead and tell you. I won't hold you in suspense. Number one is I don't feel like I get a lot of use out of a fall pre-emergent like prodiamine on kind of grass. This is Bermuda grass, mainly because of iffy job on controlling things like poannua, which are going to be my main problem. And if you got the idea that you're going to control poannua with prodiamine and Bermuda grass, you might want to get that application out in August. Just a thought, toward the end of August, start getting out those pre-emergents on your Bermuda grass if you want to go that route. I usually do not for several reasons. One's I'm in a time crunch that time of year trying to get fescue done, and I just don't have time to get to all these Bermuda properties with that. And the other reason is I'll clean them up in January, February or so and get the important pre-emergent application on, along with a non-selective herbicide like glyphosate or glufosinate, and I can go ahead and wipe out all that kind of stuff. And you got more options to kill poa annua, I feel like, in Bermuda than a lot of other grasses. So say that you really are dead set on getting a pre-emergent out on your Bermuda grass for the fall. What I would recommend is, if you can't get it out in that August time frame, when you do get it out, say even this late, you could mix your pre-emergent with something like methylfuron or katana or anything that's going to kill green weeds. Right now we don't want to glyphosate this because I showed you there's still plenty of active Bermuda grass in it. So glyphosate now? No glyphosate now. So I'll wait on that glyphosate and pre-emergent application in January, February-ish, and that always does a great job for us. And I would usually use something like flumioxazin or something for my pre-emergent, not so much prodiamine, and then follow up with the prodiamine now. But we're not talking about the winter pre-emergent right now. We're talking about the fall one. If you got to skip your fall pre-emergent, it's fine. The world is not going to end, especially on Bermuda grass. And, like on fescue, we don't get a fall pre-emergent out because, we're seeding them. So you'll live. Anyhow, so today I'm going to try to knock some of these broadleaf things out. It's about 55, maybe, even a little warmer today. So I feel like I can get some action out of a ester-based three-way like Speed Zone is what I'm going to use today, and mix it with some methylfuron and a adjuvant like a trio. It's a seed oil non-ionic blend. So we'll get that out. Not really a whole lot to talk about. If temperatures are super cool, obviously below the label recommendations on your product, you're not going to get very far as weed killing. But we'll give this a shot today. We don't have a whole lot to kill, but it's all young and new, so we'll try to wipe it out. And the methylfuron may get some action on that poa annua for me and get that out. And then, like I say, the next round we'll come in here will be at the first of the year. We'll clean this stuff up. It's the day after Thanksgiving now, if I hadn't told you that, as a time frame reference. All right, so you get mine and get his sprayed. You use full rate of Speed Zone, about half an ounce of methylfuron methyl, and a surfactant. You don't have to necessarily use Speed Zone, any ester-based three-way product that gets the weeds you're aiming at. Read the label, see if they're on there. Will be fine, but I do recommend in this cooler weather going with the ester-based, and Speed Zone fits that bill. It's just I grabbed it out of the turf mobile at the shop before I came over to the house. And just good crop oil or methylated seed oil. This one here is that's what I thought it was. It's a combination of an organosilicone and a methylated seed oil. So get the good coverage from the silicone and the penetration from the methylated seed oil. Get the spray. Got the back sprayed and all. Again, I guess the message of this story is don't worry too much about your fall pre-emergent on your Bermuda lawns, especially. They can do damage to your root system, and also pre-emergents are going to be rare come springtime, and they are a definite must for the springtime applications, in my opinion. So I'm going to reserve what I got for my springtime applications and not worry so much about this fall application of a pre-emergent. Just do a little weed cleanup along the way, then hit them hard in January and February and get your pre-emergent out.